to you.
Thank you.
This is a movie that's different because it's such grown-up material. It's such a script with an intelligence that it must have been a joy, you know, just to dive into it, because it's a bit like theater, and it's really a script you take seriously from the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely say that. I mean, it's all based on, of course, the great classic novel by Richard Yates, which is really a timeless classic. And as much as it's about the product of the 1950s and this couple conforming to suburban life, there's something eternal about that, and something within these characters that I think a lot of people can really identify with, and that's this struggle that we have to lead a happy, interesting, life, and that's what these people are striving to do so desperately. And it's very complex material because it's very heartfelt and it's dealing with real issues and things that I think everyone can identify with, and to try to convey that and its complexity was a huge challenge for all of us.
No, absolutely. Did it help that, you know, you had Kate, which has been a friend for a long time, and Sam, who's a great director, and you know, it being a little bit theatrical? Did it help, you know, being surrounded by people that you trust and that you've worked with before?
Well, the great thing it felt like a very homemade movie, like a family-oriented sort of production. So it did feel like theater. We had a lot of extensive rehearsals, a lot of talking about our characters, and that really helps when you talk about the subtext of who a character should be, because you can read a script and figure out who, you know, initially these people are, but to find out what's buried underneath them and find out their real intent is something you have to sort of discover, and that's what Sam was able to do with us actors so well.
Is it true that their children call you Uncle Leo?
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's a funny thing. Does it make it also more enjoyable because, you know, you like the material, you like developing the material with the people that are around you? Does it make it easier because it's such a dark role in itself? Is it the best way to do it?
I think so. We actually shot this movie in sequential order, too. So after all the sort of developing of who these people were, we got to sort of live out a microcosm of their lives. And it's very rare where you get to do, a movie like this, of people dealing with sort of real-world issues. There's no, you know, there's no bank heist, there's no explosions.
Nothing really happens.
There's nothing really that crazy that happens. It's about normal people dealing with normal problems, but at the same time, it's an extremely intense movie. You're on the edge of your seat the entire time, wondering how they're going to figure all of this out. But what we got to do is live out their lives in a way, and I wish every movie was done like that. You know, I wish we got to start in the beginning and end at the end. So much of what was left unsaid between these two characters exploded at the end, and it became some pretty, I think, memorable fight sequences when finally the conflicts happened. So that's what was great. It was like we had all this pent-up sort of energy throughout the production of the film, and then towards the end it just all got let loose.
What's the positive aspect of awards for you?
Well, for any movie, you know, to get any kind of recognition like that obviously means more people might be interested in seeing the movie, and if the film or Kate or I or anyone gets nominated, that's a victory in its own right. And if we don't, it's fine too. What I've discovered most about making movies is just try your best while you're there, give it everything you possibly can while you're on set, and once you do that, it's left up to the audiences to either embrace it or throw tomatoes at the screen. So
yeah, it's true.
We'll see.
I haven't seen Tomatoes yet, but I enjoyed it.
Thank you.